Alright, so this is all new to me. I just figured it was easier to articulate than to write this. I'm sorry, I'm cooling down on my rollers. It's where I'm more comfortable on my bike. I say that facetiously because I'm not comfortable on a bike, but that's why I do this. So I am, sorry, buddy, but world's Okayest Cyclist. And the reason I do that because it isn't about me. Nobody cares who I am. I don't care who I am. I'm a guy that had cancer just like anybody else, and 5 of us in my family have had it. I'm the only survivor. My little brother, I don't do this. I'm not on Wikipedia. I wasn't in the obituary because I like my privacy, but my younger brother is Bubba Watson, 12 years younger. He's my half-brother. I'm the eldest. My father, Gary Watson, died of esophageal cancer, and my brother made that a little famous when he won his masters. But you know, we need more than that. We need survivors, I think, telling people what they can do to survive. Because let me tell you something, anybody that's been through it knows, or had a loved one that goes through it, chemo sucks. Chemo kills things in your body. It deteriorates your muscles, your joints. I had prednisone during mine. I had Chopar, and the prednisone destroyed my joints. I had tremendous atrophy. And so after after my chemo, when I was done, you know, not to mention, you know, I'm riding in the winter now, and I had double pneumonia. I had blood clots in my lung. I broke my right knee in 9 places and my hip at the ball. So I'm as some people would say, a hot mess. But that's why I tell people, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm turning 54 this January. Thank God, you know, I'm here to see that. And it's something that I realized very rapidly, that we live our life day by day. We plan for all this shit that we put off for the future. But here's the reality. Most of us, you don't even have to be religious to know this. You don't own tomorrow. It ain't planned. You're not guaranteed. I can walk out here and get hit by a truck today. Struck by lightning. So, you know, one of my favorite sayings is, F you tomorrow and your friend yesterday. I live for today, because that's what I live for, man. That's all I can count on it. I live by the minute. And, you know, I think one of the biggest struggles I have is that no one ever tells you, your doctors, your nurses, you know, they're great people. I can imagine the people they see that aren't even coming back tomorrow. You know, I would never want that job, and I thank them for it. I was fortunate enough to be able to speak before the Oncologist Nurses Society and done some things. But I started realizing very quickly there's a lot more to it than that, man. There's people that are waking up every day going, is this the day the cancer comes back? I mean, come on. I don't know a lot of you, you know, we call ourselves friends, but it's Instagram. I don't know who the hell you are, and you don't know who the hell I am. But the ones that touch us, honey badger, millennial with cancer, I mean, in this short period that I've been doing this, they've already been lost. And you know, we don't ever want to forget that. You know, my family members, it's this fear, am I next? You know, the chemo, that was day to day. You expect them to die. You lived through it. And now your mental struggle is it coming back? Is this the way I am the rest of my life? You know, we turn, and, you know, Cancer Warrior Mike, you tell them, you know, we start working out. We do the things that we should have been damn doing all along, and we didn't do it. And, you know, some of us got to be smarter than that and start doing this crap now before something shocks you. You don't need a heart attack, diabetes, you know, cancer to shock you into saying, this is my body, I should take care of it. You know, that's to be common sense, but it's not, because we go to work with our blinders on, we come home, we rush the kids to ball practice, we rush home for supper, we go to bed and do it all over again tomorrow. And that's what I realized. That was my life. So thank God that when I got sick, I had a business I could sell at 48 and quit working and live life. My wife, unfortunately, still works, but it gives me time with the 8 grandkids, the 4 kids, the things that I, you know, didn't do before. Man, pay people to cut your grass. Now I cut my own damn grass. It's the things we do out of convenience, you know. Blue, everything. If you pay attention, there was a show when I was a while back, Wally or something, we took our kids to see, and that's what it's become. We got Blue shipping us food. We got Chewy shipping our pet food. What are we going to do, sit on our ass at home all day and let things come to our door, Amazon and Walmart, and not even have to leave the house? Hell, Peloton gets you guys riding a bike inside. And, you know, everything is dumbed down. Just get the hell on the bike, get out and go for a walk. enjoy life, smell the roses. And that's what this is all about. World's Okayest Cyclist is just about being okay. It isn't about me. It's about you. It's about everybody. It's bringing awareness. It's getting people to say, you know what? I don't have to be the best. I'm not the greatest. I'm just okay. And it came about because I ride my bike. I love riding my bike. It's my mental release. It's when it's a couple hours or so out of the day that seems like a lot, but once you get on, it's not. That I'm free, that I'm able to live my life, to just think about stuff unencumbered. No TVs, no propaganda, no crap. I'm half Eastern Band of Cherokee, so I'm not a very political guy, so keep that shit to yourself. If you want to hear something good, one of the songs I listen to that motivates me, it's a group called A Tribe Called Red. It's called The People's Champ. And it's got some lyrics that are so good. I do this for my dead relatives. I do this for my people. I carry my family on my back. And that's what it's about. Whatever happened to the days, the Amish still live that way, where a neighbor was down and you picked them up and helped them. Now we go, oh, thank God it's not me. We're cold-hearted, man. We got to stop that shit. We got to give hope, bring hope, be hope. Because when someone sees you doing it, I had told this to, again, Cancer Warrior Mike, sorry. It was, sometimes you feel like that's not enough. Just post something, man. There's somebody out there that needs it. Come on, I'm nobody special. I'm nobody doing anything great. I'm just a guy trying to do this. And the reason I did this is because I suffered and now I don't. But there's a lot of people that still are, man, day to day. And so my riding 30 miles a day isn't a lot, but it is. I've only ridden 2.5 years. It'll be 3 years this May, the end of May, kind of 1st of June. My wife's birthday's the 5th, and that's when I bought her a bike and we started riding, June 5th. And so 2017, I pushed myself. Like I said, I couldn't even walk 300 steps a day. My wife was so loving and would walk with me and nurse me, and I would walk and we'd go to the mall and walk, and I got to the point I could do 2,800 steps a day. I mean, that's going to the bathroom, getting up to stretch, anything. That's 2,800 steps in an entire day. Hell, office workers get more than that. So I was, I'll tell you more about this bike later. It's different. But that's the whole thing. And so I approached roadies, and because they were the cool-looking guys, the sportsters, riding fast on the road. And I knew a few. My pastor was one. And I went to them and I said, hey, tell me about this bike. I had a Walmart bike and a little fat tire mountain bike. I thought I'd be a cool guy, old man on a kid's bike. And so I got on it, and nobody would talk to me. They'd laugh. And so I bought a book called The Rules. It's a satirical book, but it's historic. It tells you the history of cycling in a funny way. And it's what I post on Wednesdays, a rule every week. But it helped me understand the stigma, what people were doing and why they did it, and kind of gave me the characteristic, the livelihood of it. And that's where I said, man, this is a good sport. This helps a lot of people. I was 209. I actually purposely didn't ride for the month of December to gain weight. I started out when I started January 1st, I was 166. I'm already back down to 161. I'll be, by the time this is all said and done, I'll probably be around 156, 158. My body fat, last year when I was practicing for this, I got down to about 7%, which wasn't healthy. So I've learned some nutritional things. I'll be eating differently. I don't eat on the bike. I'm not a fan of that. Anything under 2 hours, 3 hours even, I'll go without eating because I eat so much carbs. I do a 60% carb diet that if I can't fuel, then I'm doing it wrong. So I wanted you people to understand what this is and why I'm doing it. I'm not fame, fortune, none of that crap. It's not important to me. It's awareness. I just want people to know that people care, that your suffering doesn't go unnoticed, that you know what, you can DM me if you need a question answered. I'm riding, but I'll get to you. And if you want to cry, complain, whatever, I'll do it with you. It's a kind of this sorority / fraternity. What was the one when I was in college? Alpha Phi Omega, I think it's boys and girls, something like that. I don't know, something. But it's kind of one of those. It's this collective of people that have suffered, had loved ones suffer, and they want to do something about it. The dumbest damn thing I've ever heard in my life is to cool down after you ride is to ride some more, but that's what you do. So anyway, sorry, had a call come in the middle of my riding, so I will have to piece this together, or trying to do it without editing a bunch of shit. Sorry for my language, but this is harder than I thought it would be. So anyway, it's all about that, man. It's just every day that I suffered, every day that I was sick, I just prayed to be okay again. I just said, man, if I could just be okay. And that's when I got the idea. I just said, that's all people desire, man. I don't have to be the world's greatest cyclist. I'm not trying to break every KOM, which doesn't even make sense. But, I don't need the records. I do this for the Solitude Seekers Cycling Club. I do this for the solitude, man. I do it to get away from the crap, the news, the people, the traffic. When I had cancer, I rode 9.1 miles to go to my cancer. It took me an hour one way. Sorry, I'm from the South. An hour one way because of traffic. I could have ridden my bike faster than that while I was sick. Probably not, but anyway. So it's just about that. I get you. I feel you. I know where you've been. I know where you're going. I know it's scary as hell, but it doesn't have to be. Forget about it. Just get out there. Enjoy your life day by day. Smell the damn roses. They don't smell anymore because people bred it out of them, but the good ones do. I'm a sarcastic ass. But if we realize that and quit complaining, quit worrying, quit thinking about things that are out of our control, man, that's what it's all about. We pile this stressful shit on yourself that is out of your hands. The shit that's in your hands is hard. Hell, raise a kid. That'll freak you out. It's there's just a lot to it. I've raised 4. I got 8 grandkids. It's costly. Freaks you out. Especially when they get hurt or they disappear or they piss you off. You want to strangle them and you think you're insane for wanting to, but it's something you love that much. But anyway. So I just wanted to explain who the hell the world of Okayest Cyclist is and why I'm doing it. The ultimate goal for all of this is that I'm working with I want to thank my brands that work with me and help me. Muscle Feast, great products. I actually met them. I was using it before I met them, but I'm OCD. I collect data you wouldn't believe. I have my blood pressure, my weight, my body fat. There's spreadsheets. I've got 4 spreadsheets that I use to mark all of this while I go. My diet, everything, to make sure I'm doing it right. And so, Muscle Feast is good product. I've used everything. I'm trying to keep you from wasting money because as we go through this, you'll see, and you can look back at my Instagram, I have a wall of shame for my saddles. Those are the seats you sit on. In cycling, they're called a saddle. The ironic part is the post that the saddle sits on is called a seat post. So, anyway, that being said, insanity. It's a bicycle. Ride it. Enjoy it. Don't worry about the parts. But anyway, I've got a wall of shame of saddles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I own 8 saddles. All cost me $100 to $200, $300. El Sele Italia was 3 something. So my goal through this year is to go over some of this stuff with you, to explain to you the needs and the not needs, keep you from spending money, trying endless amounts of chamois creams to find that you finally, $4,000 later, found the one that works for you and you're 104 and quit riding. I'll try to help you. So anyway, glad to meet you. What the hell, tired, but I'm going to keep pedaling. This is my cool down. I'm using an app called Later, which is actually a very good app, by the way, so that I can program all my posts in, and they post, I schedule them. So, because when you're riding a bicycle, you don't have a lot of time to post. I love all you guys' pictures, but I'm going to tell you a little secret. When I ride a bike, I ride a bike. I don't stop and take photos. I look at it. It's in my brain. But when I'm pedaling, I'm going to promise you this. If I stop, I ain't getting back on to ride anymore. So I love all your pictures. Keep them coming. I'm not that guy. It takes every ounce of my being to ride. Like I told you, I'm not an endurance guy. I'm not an athlete. I sure as hell will be by the time this is done, but I'm not. So thank you for watching, and I'll keep you updated. I'm not a narrator or an orator or anybody special. I'm just a guy who's just trying to be better. Better than I was, better than I am, and trying to help you. My goal is to help you. If I help one person do this whole thing, I'm excited. Sorry, I don't care how long it's been. I'm clean 5 years, clear 5 years. I'll have, and counting as I say, it's emotional every fucking day. And I'm sorry for the mouth, but it is. It's something that you just don't understand. I went through 4 relatives that got cancer before I did, and every one of them passed. I watched it. I was there with them. I watched them wither away. My dad, it took 5 years. He went down to nothing, man. He was... probably only 135 pounds when he died. And it's a tough thing to see that. Someone you look up to and admire that was so strong in their weakness. And so no matter how long it's been or how long it is, it's hard. Sorry. Sweat getting in my eyes. But it's life, man, and you can't control it. You just got to get through it. And as they say, in my days of long hair, don't have that anymore, but I did. It's what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Yes, the fuck they weren't damn lying. So, but it can make you weaker if you let it. Don't let that happen. Do something. Walk. Get on your bike and ride. Do something. So, back to the thing. The virtual apps that I'm working on will be challenges that for walking, swimming, running, cycling. And I feel like people donate, but I'll be putting the link up. And so rather than just donate, one of my brands, the Conquer Challenges, my virtual missions, is working with me to white label this app. And what'll happen is when you sign up, if you pay, whatever it is, $35, depends on what you're doing, then a portion goes to the platform, a portion goes to the overhead to keep it up and running. And then the balance, so 30 of that, 25 of that would go to LLS, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, who I'm writing for. And what'll happen at that point is they're very good. The reason I chose them, beyond the fact I had lymphoma, is that they, I'm writing, remember, that they, 79 cents of every dollar goes to charity. In America, it's only supposed to be 15 cents. It's 80-15 to be a 501(c)(3), so they're one of the best. That's important to me because I'm working hard for this. And it's your money too, and you work hard for it. So, anyway, that's enough about all I can stand. And probably all you can stand. I just wanted to introduce myself, let you know what's going on, and I'll try to keep you updated. This is, again, it's more than I can bear some days, but I'm going to keep going. And the goal is to finish and on time. So have a good one. Don't let it weigh you down. It's out of your control. Look at your loved ones. Surround yourself by them, friends and family. And then from that point, live day to day. But eat good. Take care of yourself. And most of all, take care of your mind, because your mind is what controls everything. If you're mentally weak, you're physically weak. And let me tell you a secret. I'm a guy the glass is always full, man. Half with air and half with water. And when I get on a bike, I can become mentally weak. So keep it up till we talk again. Thanks.